Minister Trudeau flew out to Alberta to show support for the Liberal candidate in the Medicine Hat-Cardston-Warner by-election. And it's leaving me with a few questions about campaign spending. Now, the Liberals are really going all in to support their Liberal candidate, Stan Sakamoto. They're basically throwing the kitchen sink and the Prime Minister at the Conservative candidate Glenn Moats in the riding after a by-election was triggered by the death of the popular Conservative MP in Medicine Hat, Jim Hillier. Trudeau flew in for a rally and probably 1,000 selfies while Glenn Moats was out working hard, outdoor knocking, meeting the residents, and winning this by-election at the doors. But here's where my question about campaign finance comes up. Trudeau's team is making assurances that the Liberal Party is paying for the flight out to Medicine Hat because there was no actual government business being done. Now that's great, it doesn't come out of my pocket. But there is a campaign spending cap in the by-election. The campaign spending cap in the by-election is nearly $78,000. But the travel of the Prime Minister and his entourage to come out to a campaign rally while not being paid by me and you, the Canadian taxpayer, it is a campaign expense. So I checked into the cost of the Prime Minister's Challenger jet. It costs about $14,400 an hour when it's in the air. Now, I have a flight manifest from February from one of Trudeau's trips out west. The flight time in the air was 8.5 hours to Calgary. So that means the cost of the Prime Minister's use of the Challenger to go to the Liberal rally in Medicine Hat was $122,400. Now, fair enough, it's not coming out of the taxpayer's pocket, but it blows right through the entire campaign spending cap in Medicine Hat in one shot. The Liberals need to explain how this can happen. Now, I'm old enough to remember when the Liberals called out people to resign for this kind of sketchy spending witchcraft. Bob Rae once called for Conservative MP Peter Peneshue to quit over what Rae saw as campaign spending irregularities relating to flights written off by an airline company. Rae considered those flights to be campaign expenses that would put Peneshue over the spending cap in his riding. Worse still, like everything Trudeau does, this is just an opulent waste of money meant to pad his huge ego. Medicine Hat is conservative country, like deep blue. It usually votes about 70% conservative. Before that, it was Reform Alliance territory. These people in Medicine Hat, Cardston-Warner aren't just blue Tories, they're navy blue Tories. But if Trudeau is willing to overlook campaign finance laws for a by-election he knows he'll lose and lose really bad, imagine what he would do in a hotly contested riding. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. If you want to send Trudeau a message that his National Energy Program 2.0 is wrong for Canada, go to stopthecarbontax.com and sign our petition.